Good evening, everybody, and welcome in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth, as always, is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic as well. We are live from the Lernerville Speedway with the Short Track Rivals Racing Open Setup Pro Late Model Division. It is championship night. Looks like 10 cars are with us tonight and have taken a time. Our points leader coming into tonight, Blake Steele, at the top of the timing chart at a 14:27. Tanner Whitmire following close behind at a 14:31. Well, just a quick note, Blake Steele starts and has a decent run tonight. He should wrap up the championship. That would make him sweep the dirt divisions in STRR for this season. He won the 358 championship on Tuesday night and has a great probability of winning tonight's championship as well. Practice session is wrapping up. We're about to roll right into tonight's qualifying. Let's see who the first driver on the racetrack is going to be.
Looks like Blake Steele.
Yeah, it is.
Jordan Tucker.
Blake Steele, Jordan Tucker, Ryder English, I see. Dalton Roush, Zach Rogers, all on the speedway. Blake Steele comes around through 1 and 2 this time, down the back straightaway in a little bit different colors, like you said just a moment ago in our pre-race on that number 11 machine. It looks good. Lap 1.
Vice colors there.
Absolutely, a 14:57 for Blake Steele. Jordan Tucker at 14:58. Ryder English pops up to the top of the board with a 14:39. Let's see what Steele's second lap is. Quicker at a 14:36. Zach Rogers a 14:75. Dalton Roush a 15:06. Tanner Whitmire 14:42. Lap 3 complete for Blake. That's a little bit slower. Austin Strang, league owner and also admin here, coming out for his qualifying effort. Dawson Tone on the racetrack. Cameron Tucker as well. Lap 1 complete for Austin. Doesn't count lap 1. Maybe he had a bit of an issue there. And Tim, guess who is in the chat this evening on the YouTube channel? Richard Malagani. Welcome in, Rich. Always nice to have you aboard. Don't critique Tim too much. He gets upset easy.
Yeah, I'll leave.
Anyways, Austin Strain came across the line there at a 14:74. He's got about a half a lap to go for his third qualifying lap here. Going to cross the line. Just a tick slower at a 14:78, so 8th quick for him. Dawson Tone, Cameron Tucker just finished up their efforts as well. Cameron Tucker a 14:53, Dawson Tone a 14:56. He's credited with here tonight, and I think that's going to wrap up our qualifying session here. See how much time, just about 2 minutes still left in tonight's qualifying session. Only one other car is entered into the session. That's Matt Smith. Unsure if he's going to take a lap time or not.
Matt Smith will not be taking lap time. He has given himself the old black flag. He's been disqualified.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to have 9 people tonight in the championship race. And Tim, this kind of a different scene for STRR. Car counts have been really strong this season. We are getting into the warm months, the racing months here, so some drivers may not be able to attend with normal day-to-day life. I know how it is. That happens to me as well from time to time. So That being said, we're going to roll into our heat race of the night, our one and only heat race of the night. Row 1 is going to be Blake Steele, our current points leader. Tanner Whitmire is going to be on his outside. Row number 2 is going to be Ryder English and Jordan Tucker. Row 3, Cameron Tucker, Dawson Tone. Row 4, Zach Rogers, Austin Strang. And row 5 is going to have one car. That's going to be Dalton Roush.
So we get a little bit of a preview to the feature.
Yeah, absolutely. One heat. We'll roll probably into the warm-up session after this. Jaden Rager, I agree. It is a tiny field tonight. Dana Burdick also chiming in the chat. He is an admin here with STRR. And I do tend to agree with you, Dana. Only the people that's close to the top of the championship point standings are here tonight. But STRR's got a lot on the horizon. They got 2 new series already planned, some money racing coming up. If you all are interested in that, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and we can get you a hold of STRR, get the Discord info to you. Well, I tell you what, the pace truck's going to peel off right now. He heads into the pit area. Field's in control of Blake Steele. He gasses it up. Green flag goes in the air. We're underway in heat race number 1 here tonight. They charge off through 1 and 2. Steele's going to lead the way down the back straightaway. Ryder English, a bit of an issue. I think he popped up over the banking down the back straightaway. He gathers it back in and regroups, tailing the rest of the field. Side by side, meanwhile, for second. Or excuse me, that's not second. They have battle for the lead. Whitmire was able to work his way around Blake Steele and go to the lead. It was a battle for third between Jordan Tucker, Dawson Tone, and Cameron Tucker, as they are still fighting hard down into turn 1 this time.
Yeah, Blake Steele also found himself over the backstretch, looking down into the ditch as Tanner Whitmire went right on by him.
Yeah, Whitmire not trying to waste any time. He's going to come around 4 laps down and 4 to go here in our only heat of tonight. Looks like everybody has single filed out so far. Well, back here it's actually a hornet's nest. Dawson Tone, Dalton Roush and Ryder English all racing together here. Dalton Roush a little bit of an issue out at turn 4, but he's able to gather it back in. Back up towards the front. Cameron Tucker's trying to run down Jordan Tucker. That's 3rd and 4th. Blake Steele just about 0.6 of a second off of Tanner Whitmire. White flag's going to go in the air here in our only heat. And Cameron's not quite able to get to the back bumper of Jordan Tucker. Tanner Whitmire out of turn 4 to the checkered flag, wins heat 1. Blake Steele's going to bring it home in 2nd. Jordan Tucker, Cameron Tucker, 3rd and 4th. 5th, Austin Strang. 6th to Zach Rogers. 7th to Ryder English. 8th's going to go to Dawson Tone, and 9th to Dalton Roush. All right. That was the conclusion of our one and only heat tonight. 5 minutes go on the clock for these drivers. They're going to get to come out and run some more practice laps and try to run this racetrack in a little bit more here. You see them making their way from the pit area. Onto the racetrack. Well, Tim, championship race, what do you think? Is going to happen here tonight?
from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be really hard for Blake Steele to lose this championship race. So for him and his group, get the brooms out.
I think so. I mean, he's had a strong run this year, has about an 80-point advantage over second in the standings, and look, by the looks of it, going to have a fantastic run again here tonight. So we'll have to wait. We got a 30-lap feature coming up here in just a few moments, but for the moment being, we're going to step away for just a minute and pay a few bills ourselves. All right, everybody, welcome back in here. The warm-up session is coming to a close. Tanner Whitmire at the top of the chart at a 14:61. We've seen him have some speed there in heat number 1. Ryder English setting a pretty good lap as well, followed by Cameron Tucker and Blake Steele. Well, Tim, it is that time of the night. I'm bringing it a little early. Who do you have your eye on here tonight?
I was about ready to just blurt it out at you, but it seems like you beat me to the punch. Oh man. You can't really go wrong with any of these guys. I mean, these guys know what it takes to go out there and win. But I'm going to keep my eye on Blake Steele. He won the 358 championship, and I think he's going to be winning the championship tonight. I wonder if he can pull off the race win here as well. How about you?
You know, I'm going to keep my eye on Cameron Tucker tonight in that 53 machine. Cameron Tucker and both Jordan Tucker have been coming around, and you listen to them in their interviews. They're getting their cars a lot better, so I'm keeping my eye on Cameron Tucker here tonight. He's going to start on the inside of row 2. Row 1 is going to be Tanner Whitmire and Blake Steele. Row 2, Jordan Tucker and Cameron Tucker. Row 3 is going to be Austin Strang and Zach Rogers. Row 4, Ryder English, Dawson Tone. Row 5 is going to be Dalton Roush. Field begins to roll off of the pit lane. 30 laps of distance for tonight's feature. All eyes on Mr. Blake Steele. As the field slowly works their way down the back straightaway. Any race control notes, Tim?
No. I'm just keeping the cheat sheet away from you.
I know it. I know it. I got it one night, and I haven't been able to get it back since. You know, so it was fun while it lasted, but, you know, Tim's back on his rightful spot with the cheat sheet, so keeping me on my toes. No doubt about it. Anyway, time to get down to business for these drivers here. 9 of them. Pace truck fuels off. Tanner Whitmire in control for the start. Green flag goes in the air. We're ready to rock and roll for 30 laps around Lernerville.
Jordan Tucker almost spun him.
And he goes over the banking on the back straightaway and loses a ton of time. He's going to have to regroup, and he falls all the way back to 9th. But he did almost spin Tanner Whitmire getting into turn 1. That was very close. Battling hard for it, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Cameron Tucker, Dawson Tone, and Cameron Tucker goes over the banking, and he's going to have to regroup that race car. And he drops back to 9th now, following Jordan. 3 wide through 1 and 2. Dawson Tone, or excuse me, that's Zach Rogers, Austin Strang, and Dalton Roush. They're still 3 wide through 3 and 4. Not sure if they're going to, now they may settle it out just a bit. Dalton Roush all the way down in the grass, gets the boot from Zach Rogers, almost spins him out. Yellow flag goes in the air for tonight's first caution. And I think, honestly, Zach Rogers probably got the worst end of that, because it looks like the front of his race car has a little bit of damage after that. But you watch Dalton get into turn 1 here on the inside. He clips the grass, and the car just kind of pushes tight right up in front of Zach. Zach almost cleans out Dalton. Dalton was able to save that race car. And yeah, the 12Z of Zach Rogers definitely far worse off than Dalton after that. So as we're going to regroup here.
That's as far as we know. We don't know if anything's wrong with the rear end of Dalton right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll keep an eye and see if Dalton's able to recover any, and see if that nose damage hurts Zach Rogers at all. And thank you, Dana, for the kind words. We appreciate you all here at STRR. Not many of you do know, but they do at STRR. They gave us at BRN our first big break to bring live coverage of iRacing League events on our channel. So it's been a great partnership thus far, and hope to have many more awesome leagues and races to be a part of. Back to business, though. Green flag goes back in the air for the restart. Whitmire with an awesome jump down the front straightaway. Side by side, Ryder English, Blake Steele. English on the inside. Steele's going to be in the middle and get the run down the back straightaway. He's going to hold on to second for now. English going to settle in third. Fourth is going to be Dawson Tone, followed by Austin Strang, Zach Rogers, and Jordan Tucker. Uh-oh, battle still raging on for second. English not giving up yet. He's going to slide up in front of Blake Steele out of turn 4. Steele gives him the bumper. Ryder English hits the outside wall just a little bit. He has to gather it back in, but now has to fend off the charge from Dawson Tone up the inside. Tone is able to slide up in front of Ryder English. Now English is going to turn it back underneath of him. out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway, but Tone's going to continue fighting hard on the outside. Meanwhile, Tanner Whitmire is up over a second advantage into turn 1 here. English entered very hard into turn 1, has to use some brakes to load that car up to keep from making contact with Dawson. That allows Austin Strang to get right to the back bumper. Jordan Tucker following him. Zach Rogers looking to the inside of Cameron Tucker out of turn 2. Nothing doing there. You're going to try it again into 3. This is a battle for 7th. Look out, Jordan almost up over the banking once more. He blinks out down into turn 1, but does return in the middle of 1 and 2.
That was certainly a close call between Austin and Jordan Tucker coming off of 4.
Yeah, it absolutely was. All the meanwhile, Whitmire almost out to a 2.5 advantage over Blake Steele. Dawson Tone following closely behind there in 3rd. Ryder English settled for sure in 4th for now. Austin Strang is in a fierce battle for 5th, trying to hold off the 2 Tuckers right there behind him. Oh my, Jordan Tucker with a big move into 1 and 2, lets that car slide up. Strang with the run down the back straightaway, going to take a look to the inside and maybe slide up out of turn 4, and wasn't quite clear, unable to make that pass. Now he's going to be under fire from the 53 machine of Cameron Tucker. Already 15 laps down and just 15 laps to go.
Dawson Tone trying to find a rhythm around this track to just close that gap ever so slightly to Blake Steele, and maybe, hopefully, get a run to get around him for the 2nd place.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just been pretty steady, that gap. It's been 3 to 4 cars between himself and Blake Steele, and it's going to remain that way for now. Meanwhile, Whitmire's been able to open up about 3 to 4 more tenths over Blake Steele, as that car looks like it is on a rail here tonight. Looks like single file throughout the field. Dalton Roush brought that car into the pit lane, so just 8 cars left on the racetrack. A lot of speed in this racetrack still. I tell you, the past couple laps, Ryder English has been pretty quick. Also Blake Steele with a pretty decent lap the last time around.
Austin Strang makes the pass on Zach Rogers.
Yeah, so that moves Strang up to P7. Rogers looking to the
contact.
inside, and contact between them, and Strang goes up over the banking down the back straightaway. And we're waiting to see if he reappears. Still green for the moment. Let's take a look at our leader. Yeah, there's.
Kind of. Go.
Strang is struggling over there. Is he going to be able to rejoin? I don't know if he's going to try to make it back in the pit lane. He does rejoin right in front of Zach Rogers. I don't know if there'll be any bad blood between those two after that incident. We'll maybe keep an eye on it, but back up front, Whitmire almost out to his 2-second advantage up to this point.
Tanner is running about a 10th quicker than Blake Steele.
Yeah, Whitmire setting a really good pace. The advantage is up over 2 seconds now. Dawson Tone's going to try to hold on for 3rd. Ryder English making a late charge here. He is to his rear bumper to try to get a podium spot here in the final race of the season. Just 3 laps remain for Tanner Whitmire. Tone is going to make a big move to the inside, let that car slide up out of turn 2. Tone is in third for the moment. Ryder with a great run into turn 3 as they swap positions here, just 2 laps to go. Tone challenging once again through 1 and 2. Uh-oh, a little bit of contact. That's going to hold up the 96 of English. Tone moves into third for now. White flag goes in the air for race leader Tanner Whitmire. Dominant performance here tonight at Lernerville in the heat and in tonight's feature event. Out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. Tanner Whitmire wins the championship race. Blake Steele's going to be second. Third is going to go to Dawson Tone in a close battle with Ryder English. Cameron Tucker right behind him, and Ryder English lets that car sail off into the fence after the checkered flag. My goodness.
I think you should go back and watch that battle for third.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that right now. We'll go back to the final lap here between these two. I wanted to pan up front to credit Whitmire with the win. But here we go, out of turn 4. We're keeping an eye on Dawson Tone and Tanner Whitmire. This is the white flag lap. Look at English on the inside. Had to use some brakes, slid right up in front of Dawson Tone and parked it on his nose. Tone's going to do the same thing down into 3 and 4 with contact between the two. And Tone drag races and beats Ryder English to the line for third. What a crazy ending for those two drivers, and Dawson Tone gets credited with the final podium spot. All right. Well, let's look at our final results here tonight. We'll get a word in with our top 3 in just a moment. Tanner Whitmire, Blake Steele, Dawson Tone, our top 3. Ryder English 4th, Cameron Tucker 5th, Jordan Tucker 6th, Zach Rogers 7th, Austin Strangen 8th, and Dalton Roush 9th. All right, here, let's see if we can talk to Dawson Tone. Hey, Dawson, it's Tyler and Tim up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, you were the biggest mover in our feature event, plus 5 spots, in a whale of a battle in the closing laps with Ryder English, and had some contact made. Any bad blood between you two drivers?
No, it was kind of, I had a lead on him, and then he started gaining on me. I think I started losing tire, and there towards the end there, he did a slider on me and parked it on my nose, and then I just did it right back to him, and finally took the win, or not the win, but the top 3.
Absolutely. Well, we come to the end of the season with the Pro Late Model division, and a pretty decent season for you here, and reflect on that a little bit and tell us what's next for you.
Oh man, I couldn't finish top 10 to save my life. I couldn't do anything this whole season, and I'm surprised to get a top 3 on the last race, and I guess we'll see what happens next season.
All righty. Well, Tim, you have anything to ask Dawson?
Well, Dawson, you certainly never gave up. You went out here, got that top 3. I gotta wonder, are you gonna come back with a vengeance and hopefully take the next season by storm?
I hope so. I hope I can do something next season and do a little bit better than I did this time. But I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely, Dawson. Well, before we let you go tonight, who would you like to thank?
Our team of Butterbean Racing, Jordan, Cameron, and Blake, we do a lot of practicing and try to get a little better. My girlfriend for putting up with me running and stuff, and uh, just them guys and all that, and that's about it.
Well, we certainly appreciate you talking to us here tonight. Congratulations on that 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
That was our 3rd place finisher, Dawson Tone. Now we'll move on to tonight's 2nd place finisher, Mr. Blake Steele. Hey, Blake, it's Tyler and Tim up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right, man. Will you bring that car home in second tonight? Good run for you. And also, another championship for you here in the Pro Late Model Division. How does that feel?
And that's awesome. This coming into the series, the pros was gonna be the main thing that I was gonna focus on. I like late models. It's kind of my bread and butter. But yeah, we ended up coming home with both of them, and uh, I mean it's really really nice. One of my definitely one of my biggest, if not the biggest, accomplishments in my iRacing career.
Yeah, absolutely. A great season for you, both in the 358 division and this Pro Late Model division. Tim, do you have anything to ask Blake?
Yeah, you came out here, you had the broom ready. You gonna come back and make it a back to back, or are you gonna try and do what you did this season again, win both championships?
Um, I don't know. The cars that they've got lined up for next season, sounds like they got 305 sprints, and limiteds, but there may be something else in the works. We'll just we'll have to, we'll have to see. I don't really care for limiteds that much. I wouldn't be against trying some sprint car stuff, but it's just not really my thing.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate you talking to us here tonight. Blake, before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
I gotta thank everybody that watches me on the broadcast. My dad and my mom. My dad, he takes care of all my real life stuff so that I can come down here and do this, and all my grandparents for supporting me. My grandma, she got me hooked up with the iRacing stuff. Can't thank her enough. And Elite Performance Industries for the setups, WR1 Sim chassis, Jason Robertson Knife Sales, Victory Fuel, everybody at STRR for putting this on for us this season, and y'all for making it public.
Well, we certainly appreciate the kind words. Again, congratulations on sweeping the Dirt Division Championships here with STRR this season. We'll let you celebrate it.
Thank you.
That was Mr. Blake Steele. Now we'll get to move on to tonight's race winner, Tanner Whitmire. Hey, Tanner, it's Tyler and Tim up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you bring that car home first. Had a dominant heat race and a dominant feature here tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. I know Lernerville in the back of my head. Always race here with the late models and do pretty good. And I set the car on the rocket ship, and I knew during after the heat race I would be on the rocket ship, and I just put it on here tonight, and yeah.
You certainly did put on a show for us here tonight. Tim, you have anything to ask Tanner?
Man, you came out of nowhere. You certainly talk about a rocket ship. Certainly looked like one tonight. What benefited you the most for this track outside of knowing the track by the back of your hand? Was it just the way that the track played out in terms of uh, getting rubbered up, or what was it about it tonight?
Yeah. I think I know it both ways, but I think it was the second option because I could just move around anywhere I want, and car would be fast, and top side was coming in. I knew top side was coming in, and moved up there, and I just started pulling away from them.
Yeah, you absolutely did. Well, again, congratulations on the win. Before we let you go, who would you like to thank?
Yeah, you, Austin, Strang, all the Tyler, I mean Tim, and all the people out here that came out. Dana, Speed Ranch, but they're closing down, and I'd go get some sets before they completely close the doors. Reaper Speed Labs factory team. I'm a big block builder over there. If you need some big blocks, just hit me up and I'll get you on your way. Kids Unlimited, everybody that supports me. Mom, Dad, God, Pit Lizards out there, and Keyboard Warriors, and yeah.
All right, Tanner. Well, again, congratulations on tonight's victory. We'll let you celebrate it.
Yep, thank you.
That was our race winner. Also, kind of a little bit of a special thing. The league owner going to join us in the booth for just a moment. That's going to be Austin Strang. Hey, Austin, it's Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
I've got a copy, gentlemen.
All righty, man. Well, championship race in the books. What's on your mind?
It's been a hell of a season. I'm kind of glad it's over, and I'm kind of glad it's not. Like, it's a weird feeling. We've been doing this for 8 weeks. Kind of weird when you don't have something to do for the next few weeks. But I'm glad we had some fun. Kind of sucks that our last few nights were kind of low car counts. Like you said at the beginning, getting 30 plus cars every night was pretty rad. Always nice to see guys really battling and struggling to try and make it into the show. But I'm really happy with how this season turned out. It was a hell of a show for both series, and hoping we get some good car counts next season. We may be changing some things up. I'm not entirely sure yet, but as of now, it is the 305s and limited late models.
Sounds good. Well, we certainly can't wait to be a part of it. So you said 305s and limited late models. Also, you guys are planning to have a money race as well. Won't you tell them about that?
Yeah, we are going to be having a big money race here in a few weeks. It's going to be big block modifieds at Lucas Oil. It's going to be purses going almost entirely to the top three. It's going to be a 50%, 30%, and I think 15 or 10. I can never remember. To the top three. I'm going to try and work out a few other little deals and wheeling and dealing still with some sponsors, trying to get some stuff set up. That way we can have some hard charger and stuff like that, and maybe get some hardware for these guys to take home other than the printed trophies we usually do. But yeah, big congratulations to Blake Bailey for that sweep for our series, man. Kid's been working his ass off this entire series, coming in day in and day out.
Blake Steele.
Blake Steele, you're right. I apologize, Blake Steele. Good lord.
All good.
That's what happens when you have too many damn Blakes in the series.
Yeah, that's maybe true.
But yeah, just big shout out to all these guys. These guys have been coming in and day out, working their asses off, driving the wheels off these cars, and just putting on one hell of a show. As a race director, it's awesome to see, a lot of these young kids that are coming in and, just dominating. Just shows how, old I am, first off. But, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, congratulations to all these guys. Congratulations to our race winner. Like I said, it's always such a blast to just, watch these guys run, and as a race fan in general, and watching you guys broadcast these shows is always entertaining and fun.
We certainly appreciate it here. It's been a blast to be a part of, and can't wait to see what the future holds with STRR, our partnership going forward.
Definitely, yeah. And, like I said, guys, if anyone's interested in running that big money race, go ahead and check out our Facebook, our website. That is shorttrackrivalsracing.com. It's going to be one of the first things that pops up. We have a link to our Discord there. We have a link to our Facebook. We have a link to our marketplace if you guys want to buy some merch, all that fun stuff. Points breakdowns, all that stuff, how everything works. You can even email us if you guys want to do that. So please go give that a check out, and we hope to see a lot of people next season. Can't wait to keep working with you guys, Tim and Tyler. You guys are always a blast to listen to and watch. I want to thank you guys so much for helping us break out a little bit more, and getting our racing to more people. I feel like short track and grassroots racing kind of has been falling to the wayside just a little bit, which is one reason I started this league. So I'm glad we can kind of get it out to the masses a little bit more. It's always nice to be able to get a little more coverage than just word of mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been nice to be a part of these dirt series, and can't wait to see how things turn out going forward with the money race and next season coming up.
Definitely, man. But yeah, like I said, just want to give a quick shout out real quick to Admin Box, Rogue Energy, Deemed Fit. Who else? My God. Lucky 13 Cinematography and oh my God, Striglehold Skins. All those guys help work with STRR, making sure this show keeps going, and we have a good product to put out there, and keeping us funded, which is awesome. So please go support those guys. Want to give a big shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Like I said, man, we wouldn't be where we are without you guys. We greatly appreciate it. But hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you guys in a few weeks.
All righty, Austin. Well, happy to have you up here and talk to conclude the season, and we'll let you enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, gentlemen, have a great rest of your night. Everyone else, thank you guys very much, and hopefully we see you guys next season.
Absolutely. That was league owner Austin Strang. Tim, before we wrap up tonight, any closing thoughts from you?
Awesome. Just fantastic race. A little shy on the car count, but even without it, we still had quite an amazing race, despite the fact of the short car count.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said at the top of the show, it's been a blast to be a part of STRR. They were the first customers we've ever had here on BRN, and the partnership, I believe, just has continued to grow. And another season, another couple of seasons in the books for them, and I think they were both a success, and they got big plans on the horizon. So we'll keep an eye out on those, and like I said, subscribe to BRN so each and every time we go live with STRR's events. Upcoming for us on the channel on Sunday night will be League of Outlaws' next race of their IMCA style modified division series. Sunday night about 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live for that one. And after that, hit a little bit of a slow period here. Like I said, it's getting into the warmer months and stuff, so it might be hit and miss here on the channel, but we'll still have great racing action for you each and every time we go live, and we certainly appreciate you all tuning in. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.